NUP Extreme Media UJ. Subscribe for all updates.
But you can also see how the people are being carried on that minibus.
That one they were throwing stones at our officers. Some were behind the truck. And that was in Iganga. That is in Hoima. And you can hear in the background, they are calling him all manner of names, provoking. But the officer maintained calmness and composure. And they never come out to make comments about those incidents, which inadvertently means they condone. Okay, we can move to the other folder. First, yeah, the photographic. That is one of our FFU officers who was hit in Iganga. Equally, that's a traffic officer who was hit in Iganga. Our vehicle, Kawempe. Police officer hit, Kawempe. Equally that one, Kawempe. That one is in Iganga. That's a UPDF officer then. That one also is in Kawempe. The officer had to go through a CT scan. Can go back to the folders. The videos. Open. Double click that one. Oh, that one we have seen. Let's go to the other folder. Next. Uganda tulina abapoliisi
report. Naye bw'onooba oyagala details ojja zifuna later. Kulwokuba kati wano sizze nazo. Mukulu Isa Kigongo, Channel 44, bameka abakafa. Nze manyi ono w'Iganga. Waliwo omulala gw'omanyi? Sinaba kuwulirayo omulala. Naye bw'anaabeerayo naye tujja kugoberera tulabe, naye nze manyi Iganga. Omanyi Oluganda nduwandiise naye ate lwagala kugaana. Wabuuzizza tulina ekirowoozo ekyokuyimiriza kampeyini. Ekiyimiriza kampeyini kw'okuteekako obutali obutebenkevu. Era kati bwe wabeerawo obutebenkevu nga buli omu akola kyasaanidde okukola, tiwabeerawo kintu kyonna ekikola ki. Kyova olaba nzize wano njogere ku bintu ebisobola okukola ki, okututeeka mu mbeera eyo nga tusobola okukola ki, obutagenda mu maaso naki. Naye ate si kigendererwa kyaffe, ate si kiruubirirwa kyaffe, ate si kiruubirirwa ky'Abannayuganda. Era bwe kitabeera mu biruubirirwa by'Abannayuganda naffe ffenna, ndowooza tujja kukola, buli omu ajja kukola ekisoboka alabe nti ekiruubirirwa ky'Abannayuganda kigenda mu maaso. Naye singa wabeerawo embeera etasobozesa kampeyini ogenda mu maaso, gwe ansa gw'ogiyina. Si nze ssebo. Mwami David Ijo nti omukulu Kyagulanyi agambye waliwo deliberate witch. This is in English. That there is a deliberate witch hunt. That's not true. At times, response depends on the situation. Actually, I don't want to talk much. What do you think, Ndugu Ijo? What is your answer? Because you should be having the answer. We have already flashed the activities of NUP. Have you seen other activities of other parties? We have flashed for you the activities of NUP. Then are you asking me why we are following? We are charged with the preservation of law and order. Now when we see, remember by the way, we also have intelligence. When we see, and again we hear, are we supposed to sit back? Is that witch hunting? Can you categorize that as witch hunting? Actually, we should be thanked for being responsive to ensure that the situation remains stable and calm. Me, I'm expecting the people to thank me. I'm waiting because I think my responses are what the people are expecting. Are we together? The other one, have I finished your concern? Ijo Iganga, a garrison, you'll have to tell me what a garrison is. But you see, under the Constitution, the police is charged with the protection of life and property in partnership with other security agencies and the general public, isn't it? It goes beyond the police. It's beyond the police. So depending on the situation and environment, even there is when we call upon the good intentioned Ugandans to come and join us too. You have even had cases where we have even recruited special police constables when we know that this situation requires more effort. I think that explains why when we are acting, at our back there is also other security agencies. Stephen, Spark TV. By the way, I want to explain this, that before these rallies take place, there is an interaction between the police and the agencies of these candidates. Some of these candidates want their candidate to pass through the route where they come from. And for us, really, that wouldn't be, it shouldn't be an issue as long as there are no processions. But in the process, pass there, and at times, I also want to point out this. At times you can see, if I'm going to town and you see I'm moving at 5 kilometers per hour, am I expecting to reach town within 10 minutes? And here this is a short distance. I would like you people also to help us. You see at times the demeanor, the movement of some of these candidates. You are going to Ginger, but the speed you are using, then you are carrying, you reach and stop. You are not checking whether there is a problem of oil, but you are stopping to mobilize in a non-designated area. These are issues which are diverting us from what we have earlier planned for. These are issues which could easily make someone not reach the prearranged destination in time. And remember, there is the 6 o'clock deadline. Now, should that blame be put on us? Remember, I told you, enforcing. We enforce the law on your behalf. Actually, from tomorrow, don't say the police. You say, okay, you can say our police enforcing our demands. I'll be happy to hear that. This is the demand of the Ugandans, that you people be there to work on our behalf as we do other businesses. That's how I know it. It's not the other way around. We have not brought ourselves into this business. It is the demand of the Ugandan through the Constitution. And you are not going to find us wanting on that. We want to still give you comfort that we are up to the task that you gave us. And we are going to do it until we deliver the elections. And even we will continue to deliver a peaceful environment for the development of this country. That one I must assure you. So that you can go and continue to do other things which enable us to get our salaries and other facilitations. Are we together on this? I think I'm clear about this. But you people, I think you are seeing some of these. Why don't you also project them out? The speed, stopping. You are up there, you are saying, you people come. You first stop, you say pass. I don't have the leverage to go into the details. Now, that's not what we have agreed upon. You prepare yourself, let your people mobilize, find your people you would like to pass on the message to at the venue, address them, and get out. Then if anything is done by the police, I'll be the first one to be very tough on them. But if it is beyond 6, I will also be on them and say, what happened? By the way, since these campaigns started, now I also want to project this tolerance. Most of the times, Honorable Chagulanyi's campaigns have gone beyond 6 p.m. Apart from the one in Iganga and I think Massacre. Why do you think it is happening? We are standing our ground. And we are saying, you cross 6, prepare for a response from us. Because our work is to enforce cross 6, we are there. You don't cross, we shall do nothing. And this needs to be very clear to our people. Because at times the information is distorted. You see, why is the police telling us to go away? Then first, by the way, when people are being told to go away under the law, there is a proclamation being made in the name of, again, you the citizens, in the name of the Republic of Uganda, leave this place, go away. Then the people are, you are going against the people of Uganda. So what do you do with the people who go against the people of Uganda? This is a small section of the people. You are going against the laws and rules and regulations. What is the police supposed to do? Actually, you should have started blaming us for failure to enforce in those earlier rallies. But I waited, nobody was. I waited until I said, these people are going to chase me away from my job. Why don't I act? Yes, I actually waited. I was even very worried. I said, am I still safe with these Ugandans? Because there is a deadline. They have put 6 o'clock, 6 p.m. But these people are going beyond 6. Am I safe? Now I feel I'm very safe because now I'm implementing. Don't go beyond 6. You try. We shall do our duty. That is the assurance I want to give you. And also, you see, like that caption you saw, where someone is molesting a police officer in uniform. This is authority of the state. This is your authority. It's wrong for any individual to even push. We don't want to dilute your authority. And there shouldn't be any member of the society trying to dilute his own authority, his or her own authority. These are the basics. And we would like our people really to get back and work with us. Work with us. We are your servants. But we have your authority via the Constitution. That's why we act decisively. We don't act individually. We act with your authority, the Constitution of this country. So when you see us using the authority, it is again your authority. You are the ones who said you must do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we do it very confidently because we know you are with us. Now I'm not talking about you who are here. I'm talking to the public, to our people generally. Now, sniffer dogs. Who has grown up not seeing police dogs? I don't think there is any. Actually, we have many of other assets which we don't bring out all the time. But when our situation demands, we can bring out different. Don't ask us when do you bring them. Because now, again, you give us authority, you give us training. But allow me to explain this particular incident of the dogs. Now, I think you see, another thing is today with the technology, you can end up being presented differently from what exactly you are or what you are doing. In Kawempe, that time, there is a certain area we designated, we said, this is a no-go area. And the guidance was, police officers, be there, right? In front. Behind, we have our other assets, including canine. Now, when you cross the police officers and cross to the canine. Who has attacked the canine? Is it the dogs or the other way around? We need to be clear about this. But also, if you decide as Ugandans that the police should never have dogs, we shall listen. But for the time being, it's one of our, when we bring them out and where, yes, you can ask us later, but we may not necessarily ask you when to use them. Remember, you gave us that task of ensuring that the environment remains. But how do you explain someone who crosses and leaves the police officer? They are telling him or her, don't go that side, because you have also given us that authority. Then the person continues. Then when you find a dog there, who has attacked the other? But I also get surprised when you say, you attacked the public. I mean, why don't you first, people should even, we are there, we are your servants, inquire from us what happened. And I'm glad this has been asked here. How I wish it had been even asked earlier. Because even you see the projection going on in the media, it's as if it is the police which was attacking the people. But there are those people, the few. There is what they want to gain out of the situation. They say, go there and create a scene as I capture. We don't need to waste all our energies and resources into such activities. But for us, we are ready to explain all the time, and we shall continue to explain, and we believe our people will understand us. But kindly, no one should create situations which will because you see, someone asked, maybe I need, this is the time to answer it. When do you use what? The law, again, the law gives us leverage on how and when to use. Even in these proclamations, if you will take time to listen, it even says, force will be used against you, including rifle fire. We hold arms legally. But how and when to use it, we are also guided. There can be misuse, and that can be investigated. But if you are asking, are you supposed to have and use guns, the answer is yes. When and where and how is what is important. And it should follow this principle. The force must be proportionate. First of all, force is used in many ways. First of all, by the use of the mouth. I say, move out of this place. Because there is already a force projection by the police. They are saying we are here, and we are telling you we are the Uganda police, which is working on your behalf. We are saying, move out of this place. Then when you begin, you know, other words I will not add, because my mouth cannot bring them out. But when you bring that, but be sure that using your authority, we are going to do what? To make you move. We will begin, because we start by talking, the next is by using non-lethal, right? Someone was asking me, when do you use tear gas? We use tear gas when it is necessary, out of a clear assessment. And then actually I talked about the proclamation. At times, the situation which people may have created may not allow an immediate proclamation, because you are also not going to be there that you are proclaiming when people are sending missiles on you. The first person to be protected is the security forces, so that they can protect. Now, when you begin attacking and injuring the security, you are actually the worst enemy of this country. Because you are trying to make the security unable to protect its citizens. I hope I'm communicating this message very well. And we need all of us to work together. On our side, we are committed. I would like all our people to watch our behavior. If there is good behavior and anybody from our security forces acts, I will be the first person jumping on that side. And you will see how I will act. One time, I think, let me even remind you, because I was also again, the police was again judged differently. You remember this case in Imbarara, where officers were pulling a lady? You remember when we acted very fast? Instead, again, we got a backlash. Said, what's wrong with the police? How can you act on your own like this? Said, now, how do you want me to act? Someone who has molested his or her boss. Eh? What am I supposed to do? So, give us the environment which will make us make the best peace for everyone. Some of these, we know, some of these incidents are meant to provoke. And that's why I've told you we have had a lot of restraint. I would like also that one to be registered. Because there has been a big question. People have been demanding, asking, where is tear gas? Where is tear gas? But behind the scenes, we have had a lot of provocations. You say, okay, maybe these people are going to understand that we don't, there is nothing we gain out of using some of these methods. But you see, everything has a limit. You don't cross the Rubicon because there is a Rubicon. If you cross it, hey, what you deserve, you get. That's the bottom line. And we are there, we know we are there for the people. We work for the people, all of us. Once you see us in this uniform, we know and we are alive to that fact. But at the same time, we know we have your authority. I will hold you decisively knowing that this is not my personal authority. This is the authority of the people of Uganda. And I will use it, but I will not misuse it. And when I misuse it, then it is wrong. It's not right. Then, how far are the investigations in Iganga? This incident happened, it's not even 10 days ago. It's also not very good to rush into even making conclusions. Wait, we shall let you know when time is right. But my biggest emphasis, nobody should create a situation which causes, let us even value our people. Value the lives of our people. My statement stops there. But let us have people valuing the lives of others. And then even at these venues, at times you see, you know, like now, like for us, you have taught us to mention things with the hindsight of the presence of the law. That's why I'm hesitant to say it. But if I was in the village, I would have said, some people, I would have said, mark me, that some people could be going to these rallies when they are drunk and under the influence of other substances. But I can't say it now. I've told you I would have said it. Now, these rallies are meant for people to listen and get the message. And come 15th, they take a decision. And that's the bottom line. I hope hey, aren't they finished? Mr. Baker, Mulinde, NTV. When does the police use extra force? I think I have explained. At times, some of these incidents. Now, I want you, there is one particular one which is, really, do you think this is totally real? Where someone is alleged to be having a pepper spray and he's continuing with it? that could be part of what I talked about, the misuse, computer misuse, using AI. That is also not proper, to confuse our public. Now, if you reduced the force to that level, why do you want to take away the confidence of the people? On the people you are still looking up to provide security. Can we be responsible? But my promise is that much as there is AI, technology is not in one sphere. It's originating from. Don't be surprised when we land on someone and say, first come to the police. I think this is also important for me to share with you. That you see the energy and resources you people have given us, we are still able. Let people not. I was going to use another word, but you see, since I'm talking to my bosses, I have again, I will never use it. Let us work together for the peace and the prosperity of this country. And for me, that is what is pushing me together with my colleagues. And all of you, I believe. Apart from there could be some small pockets in some places somewhere. And when we come to those ones, we shall not relent. The hand will come very determined and will do what? I'm talking about the hand of the law, not mine. That long one, the one they talk about. Then, it is still about reasonable force. What happened in Wizwera? But I would have wished, anyway, this presser is for me. I hope you have some pressers in, at certain times you ask also, why did you do this to the police officers? Somewhere when you have those pressers, I would wish to hear some of those questions. That, by the way, you, Byakagaba, why the other time we saw stones, we saw ABC, why did it happen? I'm also requesting you, my colleagues, my friends, to ask those questions, this time not to me. For me, I welcome this one. When do you use reasonable force? I've told you. But I've told you how you have empowered us. From the lowest, the verbal, to now to the physical, until you reach the bigger ones. When it reaches even beyond the capacities of ourselves, then because the Constitution does that for us, we say, where are you? This one is again heavier. Are we together? But at the end of it, we wish to have a situation where even at a rally, by the way, at a rally we are all listening and watching. And that should be the best case scenario. And I'm believing that eventually, with these few days remaining, they are less than 15, by the way. Today is the 1st of December. And maybe let me also use this opportunity to, because I think it is part of my duty also, because they say,
abalungi abatuuliriza era abatulaba olunaku olwaleero tuchaddeko ewa Sheikh Ashraf Dembe.
Sebo nsanyusa okubalaba. Amannya agange ye Sheikh Ashraf Dembe akola ku bizibu by'enjawulo. Omuntu singa aba alina ebirwadde tumusomereddwa, tumuwa amazzi ga lukuya nga bw'obadde ogalaba, tugenda abantu ku kyoto ne twokya emizimu emibi egibabaamu n'okulomba edduwa. Abantu singa abeera ng'ali wano atuuse sobola okumulombera edduwa, ne waba atatuuse nga mpadde amannya ge naye ng'ali wala. Netaze enamba yange yeno eri 0707363711. Namwe bannyinaffe abali ebweru oyagala okuba nti oyagala okulombera ku dduwa ng'olina ebizibu, viza zibuze, amaka gakolongotana, sente zikola zimpita mu ngalo, ojja kumpeereza ekifaananyi kyo n'amannya go, ebyo byokka bijja kummala, nja kukulombera edduwa, ojja kutereera. Olunaku olusembayo mu mwezi mba n'edduwa ey'awamu ffenna n'abalwadde bange abakadde n'abapya. Salaamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.